never let them game me. I'm on point at every scrimmage. Only hope they can contain what yet remains is perfect vision.
What up? It's your cousin D.Coopa. We back here with another episode of the Daily Dope Sports Betting. Alright, we here. We are finally here to the NBA Eastern and Western Conference Finals. As y'all know, y'all been following D.Coopa on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and all that. And some of y'all are in these close friends groups to where we're letting off some of these sports bets. We're letting off some of these long tickets, paying these bills, doing what we got to do in order for us to maintain. We've been hitting these bets. Y'all been clocking them bets, and I've been seeing it, and I appreciate y'all. But we here, and it's getting real serious now. Not only is the money on the line, but a lot of ego and a lot of pride is on the line. As y'all see, I was right about Minnesota. Shout out to all the people that was hating, but at the same time, it's all fun, it's all games. But I told you, Minnesota was going to win, and they did, and they did their thing. And it's not just because we Laker fans over here, and it's not even about that. Obviously, we felt like the Lakers should have been in there. We had our reasons, but we're not going to get on that. We're going to talk about how Anthony Edwards came through and did his thing. Rudy did his thing. Cat did his thing. They all did their thing, and they are here now. Now, before we dive too deep into that, let's start talking about the Eastern Conference Finals and how we hear about that. And some people, like myself, is surprised about the Pacers being in there because the Pacers wasn't showing that like they deserved to be in there when it came towards the end of the season. Now, the beginning of the season, they was doing their thing, so was my Lakers. But we wasn't expecting them to be there. Now, who we was expecting to be there, who we got big and high hopes for and high expectations for, or I truly think the team is going to unfold, and then some of these stars is going to start getting dispersed across the NBA universe, which is the Boston Celtics. Now, the pressure is on them. The pressure is all on them, and it's all about them. So, if y'all been clocking y'all bets and y'all been paying attention, you know this series is important. But before we get into the bets and before we get into the slips and who's picking who and what's going on and how you need to do this and all that, let's start talking about this WNBA as well. Now, Caitlin Clark, she blew up the college world and the basketball world. She blew up the whole sports world when it came to her deep range and her ball handling skills and everything she was doing. But now we're in the WNBA. Her and Angel Reese is now in there. Angel Reese is averaging 11 and a half points, 8 rebounds, something like that. She's doing her thing. But on the other hand, Caitlin Clark, she's not doing what she's projected to be doing, because I truly think everybody's giving 100% at Caitlin Clark, which is going to just make her a more of a beast when it comes to her coming through her sophomore year and her junior year into the WNBA, as she's just going to become great, as we know. But she started off with an 0-4 start, and it's been rough. What I have been noticing, though, like I said before, in a lot of these Daily Dope groups and chats that we've been talking about, the only reason I can't just be putting some of the bets and some of the money on Caitlin Clark is because her ball handling skills ain't really what it's supposed to be. Now, we all know that we like some action when it comes to dunking and when it comes to ball handling. And you can see with the eye test that Caitlin Clark ain't got it. She's been picked at least twice every game. Maybe once every game, but she's been picked a lot. They play 4 or 5 games. She's been picked at the top of the key, just her by herself, on herself. I seen her trip over her shoes. So when it comes down to her coordination and her timing right now, it's off. And like I said, it could be because everybody's giving their best when it comes to her. But she has been playing some of the top teams. Some of the records was 3-0, 2-0. You know, it's early in the season, but these teams ain't losing. They haven't won one game. So her ball handling skills has been one of the reasons why I can't necessarily bet on her individually or even put her team into any of my parlays, because they just not winning. Now, when it comes to getting a certain amount of points, we can definitely bet. We can definitely bet on the Fever when they're getting a certain amount of points, because we know they are going to put up 85, 90 points when it comes to that. So betting like that, understanding that, yeah, we got it. But Caitlin Clark, she's definitely struggling when it comes to getting her fresh start into the WNBA. But I do like the fact that the WNBA, Or let's just say the Las Vegas WNBA team is starting to invest in their women's sports. So they are paying an extra $100,000 per player on their positions. Now, I think that's great.
Offer each of you individually a sponsorship for this year in the amount of $100,000.
And that was the happy scene on Friday when the Las Vegas Aces found out that they were each getting $100,000 sponsorship from the LVCVA. The LVCVA's president called the move something new that he doesn't think has been done before.
To become birth, and we seeing a little bit of tenacity that like we see in the NBA, how they're coming over, doing their thing, and getting aggressive with the ball. And we even seen an article where what it say that they're getting bigger arenas, 2 times the size of the arenas they're getting, and these players is getting the money. So I think it's going to be great for the WNBA. I've already and always have been a women basketball fan. I have sisters that play basketball. I have friends that went to the WNBA and they did their thing. But now we're able to get some of that appreciation, and I think now it's going to bring out some of that stardom that we've been looking for in the WNBA. And obviously, it's going to help us spread some of these tickets so we can continue to clock these bets. And I hope y'all been clocking y'all bets. Hope y'all been doing y'all thing, because it's time to get the money. It's time to get all that. And I see some of the comments asking, give us some shout outs on some of the NHL. Listen, y'all just stay tapped in on TikTok, stay tapped in on Instagram, Snapchat, and then send me a message, and we'll send you out, and we'll get you part of that group list, and we'll spread out some of these tickets, whether it be hockey, whether it be we got the Olympics coming up, whether it be Major League Baseball. We touch on all that. You know what I'm saying? But right now, we're going to swing back over and start talking about these Minnesota. Minnesota. I really like the Timberwolves, but I really like the Mavs. Luka has been playing out of his mind. Like I said before, I have been one of those people that didn't think that it was going to work out for the Mavs. I mean, you bring in on 2 dope ball handlers who need to have the ball in order to make something happen. Now they're on the one team. I didn't think it was going to work. I truly, like I said, I wanted Kyrie to come to the Lakers and get back with LeBron, because I felt like they had good chemistry. It was just the egos that was in the way. But that didn't happen. Now you got Luka stepping up, sacrificing, playing defense. It's a different type of animal out there. They doing different things out there. I love how Luka is playing defense, and I love how he's just getting after it, and he's becoming not only one of the superstars, but becoming one of the tough guys on the team. And we already know what Hardaway Jr. is doing and what he brings, and it's starting to become dangerous. It's starting to become real dangerous. We all know Anthony Edwards is dangerous. They're calling him, they're saying he got some of the talent like MJ. He's just being aggressive coming at the rim, and he ain't really worried about what the NBA script is supposed to say and who's supposed to win, because he's just taking it. He don't care. But man, we got Kyrie, and Kyrie cut from that cloth, and Luka saying that he cut from that same cloth. So it's gonna be real tough for them. And we'll let y'all know who we picking and how it's going. But for game one, I will say I got Minnesota winning game one. I got Minnesota winning game one just because I feel like they just coming after it and they just a little bit aggressive. I don't think it's going to be no type of sweep on any side, even if Minnesota don't win this game. I don't think the Mavs are going to come back and sweep. It ain't going to be no sweep. This game will go to, just like in the Eastern Conference, to me, it's going to go no less than 6 games. It's going to go no less than 6 games. Now, I don't think the Minnesota game is going to make it to 7 at all, but I do think the Eastern Conference Finals, that game over there, I think it has the potential to make it to the game 7. I mean, I don't want to hear no New York fans talking about it should have been them in it. We get it. I thought y'all was going to get it too, but y'all not there. But I do think this Boston series is going to be a little bit aggressive, especially seeing what happened yesterday in overtime. They are balling. It's just different. Now, I didn't think the Pacers was this dangerous. Like I kept saying, I didn't think they were just this dangerous, but they are dangerous. Their ability to come back and shoot like that is is crazy. But not only do they shoot long range, but they mid range. I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate it. They got this mid range game. The way they run the play around the mid range is good. They don't. It's not often done no more because everybody shoots the long ball. But because of that, they got that long ball threat. But at the same time, they're stretching the defenders out. They're able to bring it in, and they're getting them easy dump off floaters. So to me, that was making a threat, and that's how they got into it last night when they pushed it all the way to overtime. And Boston barely made it up out of there. You got to give a shout out to Jaylen Brown doing his thing. And then did we clock them bets and did we do what we said we was gonna do? Yes. Boston did what they said they was gonna do. Boston had it and it came through. So y'all make sure y'all tap in with us. Y'all make sure y'all follow us on all platforms, and we're gonna continue to clock them bets. Let's go.
Never let them change me, I'm the one who built the image. Never let them game me, I'm on point at every scrimmage. Only hope they can contain where you're